Hello everyone, in this episode of ExcaliburCCGTV, we're taking a look at the top comics for July 31st, 2013. Stay tuned. Thanks for pressing play. He's Randy, I'm Chris. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and we also have a store in Texarkana. We have proof of that now. We did a video there, so you can check it out, the previous video for last week's top comics. Thanks for pressing play. Listen, this is going to be a longer episode. You got the MP3 right down below for you to check out if you want to download that. Also, timestamps are down below to help you out as well in viewing the video. And hey, we have a lot of comics coming out this week. There's a lot of stuff and some especially big stuff hitting this particular week. So I think with all that intro stuff out of the way, we're just going to dive right on in. So what do you want to start off with for this week, Randy?
The big one for me. Guardians of the Galaxy number 5.
Yes.
Why is it big? Angela's in it.
Yes.
Why else is it big? Well, it's no longer being co-written by Neil Gaiman, but it's being plotted or collaborated, something, but Neil Gaiman is involved with it. That's why it's big. Angela's not happy. She was happy wherever she was at. Something pulled her out of her time, put her into this other time.
Exactly.
She's looking to put a world of hurt on somebody. That's what's going to happen here. Drawn by the wonderfully talented Sarah Pichelli.
Yes, awesome.
So we're going to get some beautiful art, and so far right now Brian Michael Bendis has given us a solid story, given us some great comedy, that last issue there, also great action, all with Gamora. So and the big thing to make aware to some of you, in case you aren't aware, Gamora is Thanos' daughter. So daughter. So anybody that's been reading Thanos Rising and what he's done, maybe he hasn't been so thorough. So we'll see what exactly comes of that.
Could that be why Death is displeased with him?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe there's one person still alive Death's displeased.
Well, hey, this particular issue, just for those that are collectors, this might be a collector's issue. This might be something to, you know, if you do that kind of thing and you're big into collecting, this may be one for the book. So take a peek at it, check it out. It'll be here on the shelves. A big one I'm looking forward to this next week is The Wake, number 3, Scott Snyder, Sean Murphy, Vertigo Comics. I'm enjoying this series. We have this underwater mystery at this underwater science lab that's going on, and something has been found down there. And we don't know if it's the missing link, as science purports it to be, or has purported for decades that there is one, or if this is actually a link to something else. So Scott Snyder, Sean Murphy have crafted an excellent story so far. Get a lot of drama and tension and mystery just in the first 2 issues. Expecting that to continue in issue number 3. That's the one you should check out. Vertigo's on the rise.
The drama and tension have been what has made that book for me. Yeah. I like that some of the characters know each other. They all know of each other's reputations. Some don't trust each other. Yeah. Something's going on with the lead in this book. She's seeing things that may or may not be there. There's something more to it. So I like that they're giving us something more than just the angle of this creature that has been found. Yeah. So that is a very good one to recommend. Trinity of Sin, Pandora, number 2 comes out. Number 1, when we finally got it in, flew off the shelves there. Okay. That was a highly popular book. I believe there's going to be a second print involved for the people who missed it. Not this week, but there will be one down the road. This right here has Pandora alone against the secret society of supervillains. So she's facing off against them. Got it for you. She's facing off against them, and no one's there to back her up. Everybody else, Question is there with his group, his peeps, and Phantom Stranger has his group, his thing going on, and Pandora's kind of left out in the cold there, and so we're going to see how she can handle, who shows up to help her, what goes on. I don't know.
Will anyone help her? I mean,
will anyone help her?
Is there anyone to answer the call?
We can only hope.
And hey, guys, that's the Trinity War issue for this week.
Right.
There's no Justice League issue. And for those of you that were looking for Justice League Dark number 22, we did sell out, but now there are extra copies on the shelf. Grab them because they flew off the shelf.
That's right. That's what he was just
That's what
spying
I was just
with his
spying,
eagle
yeah,
eye.
because I missed it and I was like, I wanted to get it. So anyway, be sure and check those out. Next up for me, storyline spinning out of Age of Ultron is continuing in Indestructible Hulk issue number 11. Mark Waid, Matteo Scalera on the art, and we see the Hulk. The storyline is Time to Smash.
Right.
So we see the Hulk actually involved with what's happened with the time-space distortion that happened with Age of Ultron, and how Bruce Banner / the Hulk is going to try to help repair that, or what exactly he can do to help fix any of that. So it looks like the Hulk may have. We have to see just how strong he is if he can keep time together.
Right.
That'd be
That
awesome.
should be a good one. It's going to rely on both Banner and Hulk to get that done. So I like that. And in the capable hands of Mark Waid. I am a broken record mentioning his name here lately.
Seriously.
But why not
Yeah.
when he's doing what he needs to do on those books?
Exactly.
Daredevil number 29 comes out. The end of 28 was... I was unexpected. Did not expect this to happen. The 29 picks right up off of that. It's going to roll with that. The courtroom stuff that happened in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Okay.
right.
There you go. Now I see it in your eyes. You remember.
I do remember now because I was trying to think.
So it's continuing on from what happened there, and Murdoch's having to face his past,
Right,
and
right.
his past is coming back to haunt him. So he maybe wasn't such the sweet innocent little child, not anything cruel here, but he just didn't realize how boastful of a little kid he was, and so it hurt a lot of other kids, hurt his ability to communicate with them, and just have a somewhat normal childhood there.
Yeah.
So these things are coming back to haunt him. I'm loving it. It's who's writing that again?
Mark Waid.
Oh, Mark Waid.
The
Broken
Mark
record.
Waid.
Yes, so pick that one up. People are slowly finding out what I knew 5-6 years ago. Chris Samney is one of the best artists in the industry, and they are falling in love with his art on this book, and well deserved because it's beautiful.
It is, man. They're a fantastic team. The writer and artist combination is fantastic.
My only wish, and I'm sorry whoever the colorist is on this book, I just wish that it was in black and white, because his work pops when it's in black and white.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a black and white story out of it. You never know.
Let's see.
That'd
Hopefully.
be pretty cool.
Would be.
Another one I'm looking forward to from Avatar Comics is Absolution Rubicon number 2, hitting shelves this week. This is from Avatar Press. It's more adult themed, but this has been a great story. In this particular world where there are superpowered beings, they are like part of the police force. They're part of the government to enforce the law and stuff. And what we have is the main character who has been a police officer in this capacity, been a hero, and he snaps. And that's what happened in the first series, and now in this new series, it's the first issue set it up awesomely, because you got these criminals that have been sent to prison, and now they're thinking they can get out on technicalities of this guy going crazy. Well, he changes their minds real quick. So it was awesome.
Stay where you are.
They decide they're safer where they are.
Nice.
So this is a more adult themed book. Fantastic art. It's not Jason Burroughs, dude. It's a different artist, but it still looks great. Written by Christos Gage, and so I'm totally on board. If you like more violent, adult themed work, and this is a good superhero book for you to check out.
Along those same lines, my ultra-violent book to check out here is also from Avatar. Uba! Number 3.
Uba Mensch!
No, number 4
Number
comes
4,
out.
yeah.
Number 4 comes out. And what we have here is Hitler has proven that just because he was almost defeated does not mean that he was broken. This guy still means business.
Exactly.
And he is scary, but just as scary as Hitler is Churchill. And
Exactly.
Churchill and the British, the Allies, now have the ability to create these super soldiers themselves. And the bad thing is they're going to have to throw these guys in untested. So things are getting so bad, Hitler is going to attack and prove that they are the superior race. I love the mix of history here, along with the superpowers. You've been well documented in saying it's not superhero, superpowers, and so I like that they're not just making it a one-sided thing, because how boring would that be to read something where it's just them, raising the land and that's it.
Exactly.
So I like this dynamics that they have going on here, but Churchill's a very, very, very scary man in this book.
And something else.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous. And something else that we've seen already so far, up through issues 1 through 3, is, he does have these Ubermensch.
Right.
These tanks, these superpowered beings.
Battleships.
That are battleships. There we go. But they're not indestructible.
That's right.
Which has been really cool to see, because they incite so much fear and just despair at the mention of their name to the enemies and stuff. But they're not indestructible, so
right.
that adds another element to the whole story for me. So far so good. I'm really enjoying it.
Yes, that just happens to be Kieran Gillen, who's also writing Young Avengers number 8 just came out. Pick it up if you did not pick it up. It's out there. He's writing others, Iron Man, other books as well. But those are two of my favorites there that he's putting out.
Hey, congratulations to the creative team of the 5 Ghosts, The Haunting of Fabian Gray, because originally that was solicited as a 5-issue miniseries. Well, now that's changed. It's going to be a new Image Comics ongoing series.
Right.
Starting with issue 6. We'll have that later this year.
Right.
So 5 Ghosts of Fabian Gray has been a fun adventure read. It kind of harkens back to a bit of the pulp era. Action adventure. You've got mysticism thrown in, kind of Indiana Jones thrown in, just all this around the world type of action adventure with this particular character who's possessed by 5 ghosts and
literary ghosts,
and is able to use them to help him with his exploits. So it's been a fun series. Congratulations again. It's moving on to an ongoing series. Check out 5 Ghosts: The Haunting of Fabian Gray.
A moment of silence, please. Goodbye, Batman Incorporated, because number 13 comes out. Grant Morrison is finishing his series with this. Batman will save the world, but he may lose everything in doing so.
Yes.
This has been a fantastic series, full of shocking goings-ons, happenings, one after the other there. The last issue had just like the chill you to the bone kind of thing, where he sees who's just underneath that mask, and
yes, that was so chilling, man. It really was.
Batman had the same reaction. He was just like, no.
It was so wrong.
Yeah.
And so Grant Morrison at the same time.
It was. So we'll miss the series greatly. Dan Didio gets his hands on it for a special there, but it has nothing to do with the storyline that's going on here. It's kind of the deconstruction of Batman Inc. So it's a great series that's ending. If you can, pick it up in trade, find the back issues, read this book. Pick up the last one here just if you want to see how it all ends. Yeah,
that's been an epic. It's been really good. Hey, fans of America's Best Comics, we see a return of Tom Strong with Tom Strong and the Planet of Peril, number 1, a 6-issue miniseries. Peter Hogan writing with art by Chris Sprouse, fantastic artist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, if I could see him do more stuff.
I know.
He's a fantastic artist. Fans of Tom Strong, here he is. He's back again with his own story
involving Terra Obscura.
I can't remember because I read the solicit for it. Now I'm drawing a blank on
powerless, having to
something to do with his daughter.
Yeah, he's powerless. He has to save his daughter and her unborn child, and he has no way of saving them.
Okay. So anyway, Tom Strong and the Planet of Peril, number 1, 6-issue miniseries hitting the shelves this week. What's next for you?
We have Collider, number 1, finally coming out here. I believe it's a couple of weeks late in getting out, but it's finally here. Vertigo Comics. They had in the back of Vertigo Comics for the past month, they've had a blurb from it, a quote from it, and saying, I think July 10th. And so I don't know if that was just to entice you or what, but it's finally out here. And maybe this is just because I'm watching the series right now, rewatching the series. Think Eureka with this. You have crazy, wild happenings going on around the world, but it's everyday, it's commonplace. That's why I say think Eureka, because they never bat an eye in the series when stuff goes on there. So that's what this is going to be. Crazy sci-fi. They've taken the world of physics and turned it on just completely around, and so nothing that we know about physics applies anymore here, and should just be a great series. Simon Oliver, as I've mentioned many times before, gave us the wild, crazy, and disgusting series Exterminators.
That's right.
I loved it. I hate bugs. Somehow I stuck through it. Even the spider issue. I hated that, but it was still well written, and it's going to be a good series. It's a #1. It's from Vertigo. Vertigo is heating up again here.
Yes.
Pick it up.
Awesome. Another one that I'm looking forward to this week is Uncanny X-Men, #9. With the last issue, we saw some changes to the Uncanny X-Men team. Someone left, and then we saw someone we saw someone else, a mutant, take on a new role within the Marvel Universe that they've never done before. So we've got, right now, with earlier episodes, we saw that there was one mutant on Cyclops' team that was working with S.H.I.E.L.D. Unbeknownst until later on to Cyclops. But now, we've got another mutant that everybody knows that's going to be working with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
Trying to be a liaison of some sort, maybe more. We don't know, but there's a nice little twist to the storyline, and I'm looking forward to where they go with that.
She's a superstar.
Superstar. She is.
She is.
She is. I think we gave it away right there.
Nah,
but
not at all. Who cares?
Pick it up and find out what we're talking about.
Some people need that little extra push there to get the book. So
superstar.
There you go. We have a lot of annuals coming out this week from DC Comics. Animal Man #2. This is Buddy having to deal with the loss of his son, and he's taking it out on everyone. We're also going to find out that the bonds of a family there are stronger than, some evils that might try to tear your life apart. We have Batman #2 coming out. This is going to be featuring art by Aaron Lopresti. I love his art. And this focuses on the Gotham police, and they are being targeted by assassins whilst having to deal with this person that has infiltrated the force here. So it should be a good one. Actually, I'm sorry, that is Detective Comics #2 that's dealing with that. It's Batman #2 is Lopresti, but it's spinning out of Zero Year, and it's dealing with this young Batman who is, it's pushing him along the lines of becoming the Batman that we know today here. Right. So they've been really kind of hush-hush on exactly what's going on there. We also have Flash #2. This should be a good one because this is going to feature the first team-up with Flash and Green Lantern. Cool. So that's something that is a classic duo right there, just about as classic to me as Superman Batman. So that should be a fun read with that. And finally, we have Superman Annual #2 coming out, and this is Superman vs. Brainiac. The battle is set. The stage for the battle is Metropolis. I don't know if we're going to see what we saw in Man of Steel that. Yeah, I went there.
Destruction Born.
I don't know if we're going to see that, but that's where the battle's going to take place. This Superman, I feel, is going to do a little better job of keeping the bill there. Nobody's taxes are going through the roof.
Hopefully.
So a whole slew of annuals there. Again, this is because this is a 5th week, and DC is on a tight schedule with making sure that their books come out the same week of every month after month. When there's a 5th week, they give us the annual. So we get the annuals.
The only thing that would be better concerning these annuals,
the only thing,
which there's a couple that I'll be checking out, is, man, I just miss those old days where you had like Arthur Adams draw the entire annuals and stuff, man. Just this gorgeous art to feast your eyes upon.
Well, I think Andy Kubert is on Superman. The
Is
Superman
he?
annual,
He's great.
So
Aaron Lopresti's great as well.
I love Lopresti.
There's just, but I just remember those days when I was younger. That's all.
Mignola and all those guys. Yeah.
Definitely. So an annual was something that you were like, oh yeah, we're getting this. But a lot of these annuals are tying into things that are going on, especially the Batman annual. So definitely check that out because it's going to be part of the 0-year storyline. That's going on.
The the Animal Man annual is also tying in to what that is, but Animal Man doesn't get the press coverage that Batman gets.
I know he doesn't,
unfortunately, because it is awesome.
Yeah, critically acclaimed series. I mean, already a lot of high praise for it. So.
I'm a critic and I'm acclaiming it.
That's the man right there.
Proclaiming it.
I'm trying to think of what else.
We have Injustice: Gods Among Us #7 coming out. This right here, there was a huge death in last issue, and anybody who has played the video game probably knows what death this was that happened, and it shatters everything. Teams are broken apart. People, the way they acted before, are suddenly changed now. It's all going to be different because of this death.
So this is the issue that has that.
Last issue had that.
Okay, last issue had that.
Issue had that. So anybody who was a fan of that, or thought that was a neat little twist in this game, that was the issue there. Other people were very sad to see that character go. So it happens.
It does happen.
You may want to mention that one.
X-Men #3, Brian Wood. Olivier Coipel.
Yeah.
Please still be on this series.
Believe so.
Because he's a fantastic artist. We saw the events with issue #1 and 2 with this
Arkea.
Arkea, how she took over. Who was the lady that she took over? She was a type of Sentinel?
It was Omega Prime, I think may have been her name that she went by, but she was one of the new mutants, the new X-Men Academy.
Okay.
So she was one of those. A lot of people hated to see something like that happen there. She was affected by whatever went on during the Messiah complex, and they had to shut her down, unfortunately. And so this Arkea is a virus that is contracted through machinery. So being a Sentinel, it's contracted, and the X-Men or X-Women, they gave it everything they could. Could not take her down. They have to do something. They've got to pull out some other miraculous something or other to happen here, because this is dangerous. It's so dangerous that villains from their past are working with them now to take this down.
Right.
And I think one of the things is, how do you take down a friend? So that's been the big, I think, one of the big things there.
That's what I was wanting to get to, because that's been the awesome part of the story. Is that not only is this character a friend, but also just how powerful this character was that was taken over by Arkea. And there's it's not as simple as Kitty Pryde just phasing through and
tried to, and how does that happen? We know as X-Men fans that Kitty Pryde phasing through machinery, it's supposed to break. It's supposed to no longer work, and yet it's still working.
So that they create a serious threat for the X-ladies here to have to take down, and it's been fantastically written and drawn. Brian Wood, Olivier Coipel. So check out X-Men. You should be picking up X-Men. It's one of the best X-Men titles out on the shelf right now.
Absolutely. My last one that I'm going to throw out there is FF #10. FF, one of my favorite series. I've talked about it many times. This book is, if you like the way Gillen approaches Young Avengers, and if you like the way Fraction approaches Hawkeye, he approaches FF very much so the same way. It has that indie style feel to it, while still being superhero comics with, She-Hulk, Medusa, and, Ant-Man, these characters that are very famous characters within the Marvel Universe. We're seeing the emergence of the spooky kids. The spooky kids. Who the spooky kids are, we don't know. The FF so far has faced many different adversities. Can they handle these spooky kids? That's what we're going to find out in this book. I'm totally excited. Mike Allred always gives such great art on the book, and whenever he's not on there, there's a great fill-in whose name I cannot pronounce. Quinones.
And there was a Quinones or something like that.
Yeah. Wonderful. It has very much so the same feel. So
cool. Are we getting this?
Yeah, we are. Anybody who is a fan of it, let's tell them about it.
Adventure Time Summer Special #1.
That's right. Grab your beach towels, grab your sunscreen. We're going to be partying beach time summer special style with all of your favorite characters there from Adventure Time. And one last one that we should mention.
Now, it was originally a graphic novel, and now it's being made into a movie.
Called Two Guns. Being made into a movie now with Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, that's right.
And now Stephen Grant, the writer of the original series, says, hey, let's do it again. So now we have 3 guns. #1 hitting a 6-issue miniseries by Stephen Grant, Amelia Lacio, and we see in the previous storyline, we had 2 undercover agents that got mixed up with each other and screwed everything up for each other, and they had to sort it all out. Well, now we got 3 that are entering into the fray with a similar situation, but this time with a lady involved, and now we're going to see how they're going to sort all this out as well. I don't know if it's actually the same characters from the previous series or not.
I don't know, but Stephen Grant's known for giving you some kind of hard-boiled crime there, some great stuff like that. So anybody that's a fan of that will want to pick it up. Anybody that's been a fan of the books coming out from Boom Studios Boom Studios should also want to pick this one up because it is from Boom Studios.
Yep. So there we go, guys. I mean, there's a lot of stuff hitting the shelf.
A whole lot
of stuff, a lot of good stuff that you should be checking out. And stay tuned. We have a video coming out talking about some fantastic news from Vertigo Comics and Image Comics that you will want to hear about. I'll link to that on this video in the description below whenever that's available.
Also join me and some of my usual suspects and some unusual suspects as we review some of the top reads from the week. It's new and it's enjoyable. What can I say? Yeah,
we've already got the first episode up of the comic book reviews with Randy, Nate, and Blake, so be sure and check that out. And it's not too late to have any of this stuff added to your list. Contact Chris at our Shreveport store. Contact Dale at our Texarkana store. And that's really it, guys.
Sounds good. Remember, press.
We got subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Tell us what you're picking up, what you like, what's going on in your comic book world. And remember, if you're not near a great comic book shop, give us a call and let us know about it, and let us see what we can do for you, because we can help you out. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games in Shreveport, Louisiana, and we have a store in Texarkana. You can visit our website at www.ExcaliburCCG.com. And that's it for this week, guys.
Sounds good to me.
Until next time, take care.
See ya.
All right, you ready? Hello, everyone. In this episode of ExcaliburCCGTV, we're taking a look at the top comics for July 31st, 2013, and we are also going to find out how manscaping changed Randy's life.
I don't.
Ah, it's awesome. I might keep it in there. I haven't decided yet.
That's fine.
It's going to be awesome. Ah, I'm so giddy.
I see that.